Hi, this is Adelina from Bubble Shop. Today we're going to be making another very simple soap. It is a charcoal and eucalyptus soap, so it will invigorate, open your senses, and detoxify your skin. So I went ahead once again. In here I have all my oils. I melt my butters. I add it to my liquid oils, and I let it sit at room temperature while my lye solution cools down. So I go ahead and I make them all, and then I just leave it sit, and when it's reached room temperature, I go ahead and start making my soap. So this one's very easy. I already added my eucalyptus essential oil in here. I'm going to grab my stick blender. I always like to whisk the oils before adding my lye solution, just to make sure that nothing has settled in one place. Here is my lye solution, which I made ahead of time and is now at room temperature as well. I will use my stick blender to try and break up any bubbles. I will give this a little bit of a blend and try to keep it at a light trace. So when we say light trace, it means that when you lift your soap batter, if you can see that, I'll go a bit closer, you see it leave a little bit of a trace on the surface. So I want to section this out. So I have in here another bowl, so I'm going to try to do maybe like half and half, maybe a little bit more than half on one end. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly. So in one, I'm going to add activated charcoal, and the activated charcoal comes in a powder form, and I mixed it with a little bit of water. And then in the other side, which I should have done first, because now I have some charcoal on my spoon. If you replicate this, do the kaolin clay section first. I'm going to put the kaolin clay in the other half. Okay, stick blend both to well incorporate. So I'll go with the white first. You want to make sure it's well incorporated, not to have any powdery residue. And we're going to go ahead with the charcoal portion. So in here I put about maybe a little over a tablespoon. go. Set my stick blender aside. I will go get my mold. This mold here is from Winston and Walter. It is a Canadian mold maker. I'll try to lift my camera just a little bit so I can try to catch all of it in the frame. Okay, so I'd like the bottom to be more white and then the black to be, the top to be mostly black. So I'm gonna pour the majority. I'm gonna leave just a little bit. Just to add to the top. Let that sit for a couple of seconds. And now I'm going to pour my black. And I'm going to use my spatula to try and break it so it doesn't go too in. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter exactly. This is very freehand style. I'm going to scrape out as much as I can. Very simple design. Sometimes you think too much about how it's going to look. Just go with it. Soap is soap. It all comes out looking beautiful in my opinion. I will try to scrape out the rest of the kaolin clay portion just to make a little bit of a white line on the top. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy. We can just wipe that up. Very nice and fresh smelling. Now this soap here, I intended for it to be a unisex soap. I make a lot of my products for women and kids, so I thought it would be nice to have a soap that men and women could use. This is also great for teenagers who are developing acne. Great detoxifying soap. Sometimes it gets a little bit messy when you're trying to get a good shot for the video. So we're going to keep the top simple. I'm just going to texture it a little bit. So we're going to texture the top with a spoon, and I want to kind of mound it up. So I'm just going to push it in to the middle. Turn it over. Push in the other side. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just do it any way you like. so. And then I'm just gonna like turn over my spoon and swirl the middle a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. So there you have it. Charcoal and eucalyptus soap. Now since I added water in the kaolin clay and in the charcoal portion, I will let this sit for 48 hours before cutting it. If not, it might be a little bit too soft. So stay tuned for the cut. Thanks for watching.